Well, that very much depends on a future government's view of where Britain needs to sit on the world stage and why. There is no reason, given our track record, and my view is the likelihood is that we need to maintain our ability to prosecute across the full spectrum of conflict.
I believe in future that we will be very reluctant to get involved in operations I would categorise as nation building under arms. I think the experience of Iraq and Afghanistan will have a fairly coercive effect on public opinion in the next 10 to 15 years, and politicians and the public will be reluctant to risk their troops, their airmen and their sailors for these distant wars. As such, I think the sort of things we will get involved in will be those things that affect our prosperity, our security, our national interest, and which reinforce our diplomatic and economic instruments of power.
I don't think you can answer the big questions in a defence review without answering the question 15, 20 years hence, what sort of world will it be? What sort of role does Britain wish to play upon that world stage? Now, I can't predict the outcome of the review, but I would be surprised, whichever government is in power, whichever major party, or indeed whether it's some form of coalition. I cannot see a British government voluntarily relinquishing, for example, its permanent seat on the Security Council. Just one bit of litmus paper. And I think one can deduce from that sort of peg in the ground that a world role will still be one which Britain wishes to fulfill. And that starts to tell you things then about the shape, size, structure, capabilities you want from the armed forces. In other words, I think if you come to that conclusion, you must then conclude that we must maintain our intervention capability. And then you can start to dissect what that means in terms of actual hardware and capabilities.